I had a crazy stalker that was just taking photos of me and then painting me for no reason. I watched the 1960 movie adaptation of a book that was written in around the late 1800s, I think, called The Time Machine. I found it really interesting because while the time machine jumped forward in time, it stopped in different places. But after 1960, of course, because the film was made in 1960, the writers or producers were just guessing at what would happen. When they jumped to 1966, so it's only 6 years after where they were at the time, they showed this whole doomsday kind of horrific disaster where obviously in their predictions the Cold War had turned into an actual war and got really out of control. I just found that weird because it was so horrifically like everything's going to end, the future is horrific. It's fine, like look at us now, we've got pretty good in general society going on. We're all, you know, prepared for the zombie apocalypse, we're all going to ruin the planet with global warming and all that, which is things we need to be aware of. But I think so many people have almost no faith in humanity to actually like do well and stop destroying, when if you think about it, we've done it quite a lot. We've got really close, but we've always sort of managed to pull it back up until now. So I don't know why we have so little faith that we can't do it again. The second thing I found on a more light-hearted note was the special effects. It was like watching Thunderbirds. It was like they used little miniature models of the sets. They blow up the little models, and there's one bit, there's a scene where there's a volcano and stuff and it erupts and pours down the streets, and they used a little miniature model and it was just like red paint going down the streets that have obviously been thickened up so it looked like lava, and it was just, oh, it was adorable. I'm not an art student, but I am a photography student. So on Tuesday, some of my teachers at my school asked me to come along to this evening where they were showcasing like art and photography A-level, and they asked me to come to sort of represent people that were doing photography that hadn't done art at GCSE and weren't doing an art A-level, like showing that you didn't need to be like too arty to do that. So I went along, I've been there a few minutes, and there was all like different A-level work laid out. I kind of presumed that all the work there was year 13 work. I didn't realise that some of it was year 12 work at the time. Someone said to me, Vicky, that's really weird. That painting looks really like you. I went over to this painting and I looked at it, and it kind of did look like me. It looks totally different from what I look like now, because when I'm vlogging, like, I try and present myself, I leave my hair down, I leave my glasses off a lot of the time, do like special lighting and filters and stuff, but most of the time I've just got my hair tied back, I've got my glasses on, I'm not got any makeup on, I'm looking a bit rough. But this painting looked really like the way I look at school. So here I found a picture that looks what I look like normally, like at school, and here is the painting, and you can see it just looks exactly like me. It's really weird. I came to the conclusion that one of two things had happened. Either I had a crazy stalker that was just taking photos of me and then painting me for no reason, or there was someone out there who looked exactly like me and had been painted in the photos and I had happened to come across it. I found both of these ideas really scary. The mystery was discovered when Trixie told me that my friend Eleanor had actually painted the picture. I must say, I was relieved, but since then I have come to the conclusion that it is technically fan art. So I've decided that this painting is the first ever version of fan art of me, because I'm that vain. It's been a bit weird and random. Nice talking to you. I'm not sure how to end these things.